Now, I've been wondering how to actually open with this part, because I can't really do a welcome back, because it doesn't really feel right, and I can't be like, oh, hello. Just doesn't feel right. But we have now got back into the main game of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I get so fascinated by all the stuff that is around in this new location that I completely miss what I actually want to talk about, which is Pyra and Mythra. I get too fascinated on all the stuff that's connecting to the original Xenoblade, because it's clearly what's going on, that I completely don't bring up the stuff that how I'm feeling at that point in regards to their story and how I feel at this point in this game now, all thanks to the Torna DLC. So I thought, you know what, there's a way to fix that. Just have an extra video talking about that simple topic. Then it gets it out, you know how I feel going forward, it's all perfect, and it's a nice little packaged video about this topic. So, let us begin. If you're following along with Senpai Blade's Let's Play of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 at the same time as this one, you'll know he's had this feeling of sort of a disconnect with what's going on with Pyra and Mythra, and he's been waiting for this sense of feeling for their story. He's just not getting that feeling. He knows the facts. He understands the facts of, okay, Pyra was born when Torna was destroyed. Lots of people died. She's responsible for a major event in the past 500 years ago. He understands the facts of everything that's going on there. He understands that that's a traumatic event for Mythra that led to Pyra. He gets it. But he doesn't feel it. Because the feelings come from Torna. Because I completely agreed with him on that point. The way it's been handled throughout the main game, it never gave you enough feeling to make you care, like really care about what was going on between these two. And the difference between me and Senpai Blade was very much, I had my knowledge of Xenoblade Chronicles 1. I had all these little things being presented throughout the story being like, oh, that builds on this, that builds on that, that builds on this, that builds on this. It's built into this grand story that's connected to everything. But even then, the Pyra and Mythra stuff never really stuck with me. It's like, okay, this little story off to the side. It's like, no, that's the main story. And I understand that now because I played the Torna DLC. So that was a great idea for me to play it at this point. I am fully invested in this story massively with Pyra and Mythra now. I understand it on a truly emotional level. I get it. But the best way to explain that to you is to actually lay it all out as I see it now. It's a simple event 500 years ago. Mythra unleashed her power in order to fight Malos and inadvertently destroyed Torna and pretty much the entire population. That is a hugely traumatic event. One that we couldn't possibly ever take on ourselves. It would destroy us. The amount of lives lost because of her is gonna be such a traumatic event. And as a result of this, she needed some way to escape. She needed to hide away from that pain. And as a result, Pyra was born. A mask. To hide the pain. It was still Mythra. But Mythra's pain, Mythra's trauma made manifest a mask to hide all of it. It's no wonder that Pyra is good at cooking and Mythra isn't. Because Pyra was meant to be this perfect version of herself, a good version of herself that people could get on with, so they wouldn't learn the truth. They wouldn't know what she was responsible for, so she wouldn't have to face that pain anymore. Pyra's job was to shield Mythra from the pain. This is obvious when the first time we met Mythra, she said this.
Pyra,
I am not Pyra.
She is so angry at that fact. She doesn't want to accept Pyra. She doesn't want to accept that she's a thing. Because if she accepts Pyra as a part of herself, she accepts the pain is there. The trauma is there, and she cannot face that. She is not strong enough. But something else we have to consider. During her fight with Malos, before Torna was destroyed, she was unleashing all of her power in order to stop him. And in her mind at that point is very much the simple idea, what if Malos is right? What if all she's made for is destruction? But that goes against her desires. She wants to save people. She wants to help people. So what's the ultimate way for her to save people if she is a form of destruction? To end her own life. To stop her doing the things that could hurt people. And in the moment she's thinking that, her foresight activates. She is contemplating suicide, and who does she see? Rex. You would be confused at that point. What does Rex mean? And this is probably my interpretation, but I would have taken it as Mithra sees him as a way for her to die. He is the person who can deliver her to Elysium to get what she wants, which is to die. And coupled with that is very much the idea that you can't trust what Rex is at that point. She doesn't know who he is. All she knows is she saw him at the moment Torna died. She can't tell him what she's planning. She can't tell him what she's done. She doesn't trust him. It's one of the reasons she hid her feelings away. But where we're at now, she has come to realize one simple thing about what her foresight meant. Rex isn't the person to deliver her to death. He's her true driver. The one who can heal her. He's the one who can accept that Pyra is part of Mithra. They are the same person. And when that finally happens, what do we get? Her true form, her true self, is made manifest. It was never about a third physical blade, as Rex was saying. It was all about Mithra accepting Pyra was part of her and starting the process of healing. That's what her foresight was showing her. That's what it was all culminating towards. And that's the point we're at now. Mithra has started to heal, and now she has accepted that part of herself. Rex asks one simple question of the third form, of the true self. What should I call you? And her response?
Pyra, Mithra, or both me. Call me whichever.
They're both her.